The Hebrew text in the Bible has hidden formats. By revealing these formats, I will prove the first writer's words were hidden from you. These formats look like poetry as I group them into small paragraphs. Their grouping will become known as a psalm, and together they become psalms. Let me show you our Creator's 12 commandments, listed in Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 through 17. Any father of a family or his wife who did not obey any one of these 12 commandments, our Creator demanded they bring him a sin offering. Thus, our Creator defined the word sin as not obeying any one of these 12 commandments. Next, I want to show you how I changed one word in Exodus 26, verse 26, the word bars to arches, and the words now reveal the style of the roof for our Creator's tent for meeting with Him. Let me show you the translator's words from the preface of the 1611 King James Bible. They gave 4 reasons for themselves or others to edit the Bible's words. The red arrow at the top points to their 3rd reason to edit the text. By the light and feeling we attained unto ourselves. The next red arrow down points to them giving the title, the Divine, to a clerk named Gregory. The next block of words, they point out they were happy that the first emperor of Rome established the year to the course of the sun. Behind this text means Nebuchadnezzar ordered his kingdom to follow our Creator's calendar when he stopped eating grass. Did you notice the letter S in sun is capitalized? This is to give respect to the Egyptian sun god Ra. Have you seen the Egyptian obelisk in the Vatican's front yard? The last arrow points to your reward for studying the Bible. Your reward is to have a fellowship with the saints and participation of a heavenly nature that will never fade away. There is no such thing as nature to a truthful Christian. Our Creator created everything. By their own words, they were not seeking to know our Creator or Jesus. Not everyone has the knowledge to correct every word. I have an old Bible program that has the New American Standard Bible 1977 concordance to help find a better word. Their concordance has the number of times they use that English word in a parenthesis for that Hebrew word. The translators removed his name, YHVH, to put in 2 titles, Lord and God. I replaced those titles using the letters Y and V as his name, for the Hebrew language does not have a J, O, or W. By using these 2 letters, I am closer to the truth than anyone using J, O, or W for his name. So why is there a single letter O in the Hebrew text 1,095 times? No proper English was used? The blue highlighted text is text that I am removing. The red highlighted words are little words that I'm adding. Gray italic words are words that I added. To respect and honor our Creator, all capital letters in purple are our Creator's words. This is Jesus' prophecy, for I am revealing the first writer's words to tell you the true truths about Jesus. As the text is revealed, you can taste the writer's style of wording. Their words will take your belief to trusting our Creator. You will be watching prophecy before your eyes as I edit true truths back into their psalms. All right, I guess we're going to get started here. Now, I haven't prepared everything yet, so I was going to change the titles as normal. And this is the title God when it is Elohim. I will change it to our Creator. And that is because it is the truth. It is the truth of the title. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start doing what I've got above my head. You'll need a screen capture program, and that'll help you understand what I'm doing here. And then, whoops, wrong button. So here, let's see. Yeah, I can't wait until I get my new glasses. Hear my cry, our Creator. Give heed to my prayer. From the end of the earth, I call to you when my heart is faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. For you have been a refuge for me, a tower of strength against my enemies. Let me live in your tent. Forever let me take refuge in the shelter of your wings. Well, right now we know that our Creator doesn't have wings, so the word wings is not truthful. We get rid of that. For you have heard my vows. Our Creator, you have given me the inheritance of those who fear your name. You will prolong the king's life. His years will be many generations. He will abide before our Creator. I think it wants to divide there. Appoint love, kindness, and truth, that they may preserve him. Well, we never use the word may. I think I've only used it once out of everything that I've shown you on stream here. So I will sing praise. Well, we know that these are not songs. So I will praise I will praise your name. I think I want to divide it here. That you may pay my vows day to day. Okay. Now let's take a closer look at these words here. Hear my cry, our Creator. Give heed to my prayer. Now, I'm thinking this is going to be a grouped verse together. From the end of the earth, I call to you. Well, we know that this statement can't never be true. I call to you when my heart is faint. Now that seems like it's another group. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. This can't be true either. Neither one of these. There is no rock that is higher than a being. So this is just not true. For you have been a refuge for me, a tower of strength against my enemy. Now, notice how those are connecting together. You have been, our Creator has never been, he has always will be. Depends, I guess, how the words are written. Let me live in your tent. This is absolutely untrue. We know that only priests can go into the courtyard. So, this is not true. Let me live in your tent forever. Forever let me take refuge in the shelter of your wings. Well, we know that this is wrong, or it's untrue, but that seems to be a group. For you have heard my vows. Our Creator, you have given me the inheritance. Now that would be almost Jesus having to write this. And I can't hook the vows together here. Our Creator, you have given me the inheritance of those who fear, of those who, that would have to be, but I'm leaving the name alone, so I can't do that. Your name. You will prolong the king's life. His years will be many generations. That doesn't make real sense here. You will prolong the king's life. If we're talking as Jesus as the king here, I need to do this. And L would be a capital L as well in Jesus. His years, well, or his, well, this is putting an infants, or given the reference here, I guess, of his years to be many generations. Well, the only thing is we know that won't be true because we know Jesus' life. You will prolong the king's life. His years will be many generations. That is not true. None of it. Well, let's see. He will abide. He will live. He will live. Now, this is not. How can they? I'm thinking and still trying to do some editing here, but he will live before our Creator forever. So you really don't need the. He will be before our Creator forever. So I don't really need the word abide. He will be. I got to make it a italic first. So be before our Creator forever. But he's talking to him in first person. You will be, and then he will be before you forever. For our Creator. I want to put this here and put like and forever be appointed. And this is, well, let me put it all the way up. We know it's only one word. You can't have two words connected together to mean anything. Loving kindness, no. Forever be appointed. If I put our Creator's, your kindness and truths, I'd have to put truths here. These would have to be our Creator's truths, that they preserve him. That is definitely a non-starter. The soul cannot be destroyed. Our Creator teaches that, tells us that. That's why we are not to fear our enemy, because we are to obey him, because he's going to allow us to enter into heaven. I will praise your name forever. I don't need the word so. And this does look like it's starting to change. I will praise your name. I will pay my vows. Okay, a vow. A vow is your personal words to our Creator. And it is your promises to him. And that's why they're called a vow. Because there's other words like promise, swear, but when it's dedicated to our Creator, it is the word vow. In vows, he's made many then, but you do not pay them. You can't even repay them. That my vows. Okay, now let me start over here again. Hear my cry, our Creator. Give heed to my prayer. Now this could be a 4-verse. Hear my prayer as I call to you. As I call to you when my heart is not faint. Whoops. Let me switch over to this program here and look for the word faint here, and that's in verse 2. Heart is faint. Feeble. Overwhelmed. Okay, those are faint and feebler. When my heart is faint. Your heart isn't faint when you're in a prayer, is when you're talking to our Creator. A petition is to ask a question. So as I call to you, when heed my prayer as I call out to you. It's got to be called out to you. Just because he's going to say them aloud. As I call out to you when my heart is faint, I would say there has to be another word here. I can't think of one here. I want to say weak, in doubt, something like that. Okay, now that I've got 4 verse there, You have been a refuge for me. And this is a statement. You have been a refuge for me, a tower of strength against my enemies. Let me live by is the correct word. By your tent. Forever let me take refuge. I'm trying to divide this word forever, but let me live by your tent. I'm not sure how I would let me live by your tent. Forever let me take refuge. I'm thinking this is going to be the period. This is going to be the comma. And we know that those words are wrong. And it would have to be something like that. Okay. For you've heard my vows. You have given me inheritance. Because this is a 3-verse, this is a 3-verse. I could make this a 3-verse. That would be like that, and like that, and then this is removed. Okay. But these, you have heard my vows. This just doesn't connect to anything. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to just make it 9-point right now. And I think I'm going to clean up the text after I get done working here to be able to see and try to read without all my corrections, because I'm still reading the corrections. Our Creator, because this has got a flow and it's not. Our Creator, you've given me the inheritance. Given me the inheritance of those who fear your name. I'm trying to think how the word inheritance is working here. And what I'm seeing, or what I'm thinking, is that you're born as an Israeli into a family that's onto our Creator. You're one of the few that has the closest contact to our Creator. And this is his inheritance. But as you gave me my life with those who fear, yeah, I think that what you have given me life. Let me see about the word inheritance, right? I doubt it, but they can't. See, that's what I was saying. It was like your own, but possession, no, that isn't. what I'm looking, that doesn't make sense when you gave, whoops, it would have to be all here, and then change this to the letter A and say that that is added and that's removed. You gave me my life. So I've got to make this as a word that I've added. Even though I'm replacing it, I want to note it that I added it. Our Creator, you gave me life with those who fear, with those who are to fear. And it doesn't need the name, doesn't need this. For those who are to fear you, period. And this would be a comma, and this is the statement. My Creator. They have to change this to my Creator. My Creator, you gave me my life. You gave me life with those who are to fear you. Okay, that at least makes sense. You will prolong the king's life. His years will be for many generations. He will be before our Creator and forever be appointed your kindness and truths. That's a stretch. And if you're born to fear you, you don't say I will. I praise. I praise your name. I'm trying to think if this would this be Jesus's name? I praise your name forever. This doesn't make any sense. I can't change the word vows. And pay, it doesn't make any sense. Day by day. Okay, I think it needs to be cleaned up here. And give me a few seconds. Oh, 8 points already there. All right. Hear my cry. Our Creator. Give heed to my prayer as I call out to you. Now, that statement can be at any time, okay? So now it has, for you are my refuge. You are, not have been, but you are. He was born to be an Israeli. For you are my refuge, and I don't need this. But I could use that, get rid of that. Like a tower of strength, like a tower. Now it's not a tower is used on the corners of the city walls, is the only towers that they would know about. So let me take a look at more in depth of what they're doing with this, the word tower here. Okay, here it is. Tower, a podium, a bank, tower, watchtower. Okay, that's what they're saying, but that doesn't sound right. For you are my refuge. This has to be changed to be our enemy. So maybe that'll help me figure out the rest here. A tower, no, like a tower of strength, like a tower for mightiness, like a tower of might, not strength. A might would be against your enemies, not a tower of strength, a tower of might. A might, because the tower is a very defendable position to go against the enemy and keep the enemy at bay. So it's not a tower of strength, but a tower of might. And I'm liking that word better than like a tower of might, mightiness. Like a tower of mightiness against our enemy. Let me live by your tent. Let me live by your tent. This has to be I. And what I'm thinking here is not this, but that I take refuge. And then these are not needed. Because you can't live by his tent forever. That I take refuge in the shelter of, I would say your name goes here. This gotta be nothing here. Get rid of that. And then this is gray. I'm going to make them both gray. Oops. I need that. I don't need that. In the shelter of your name. Because if you're by his tent, you're seeking his help, that you're calling upon him in the shelter of your name. In the shelter of your name or by the shelter of your name. That I take refuge. Let me live by your tent, that I take refuge. Let me live by your tent. And let me take refuge in the shelter of your name. Okay, I guess that it was like this, I guess. Let me live by your tent. And let me take refuge in the shelter of your name. Okay, I think that's real good. I think not look his wings. So I really replaced the word wings with that. So I guess this would be like this. In the shelter of your name. This is out. My Creator, you gave me life with those who are to fear you. Now this is just weird because I'm not seeing it. Oops. I'm not seeing it. Because if this were like this, and then this, these two here make a large paragraph. And this verse would actually exist above this verse. And I haven't mentioned the coloring of this word here, and that is when the New American Standard was adding text to the Bible, it italicizes it for that year until they republish it, and then they put them upright, and then they add more words. I'm going to use that word, so all I'm going to do is say like that. But this verse here, it goes above this, against my enemy. I think that's what's going to happen, is this verse has got to move above this verse, because these verses aren't connecting. You will prolong the king's life. His years will be for many generations. And this is out. This is just not, you can't, the soul exists forever. These writers knew that. The ones who were truly onto our Creator knew our Creator told them their soul's going to live forever. Example, when Cain killed Abel, our Creator asked him, or told him, that his brother is calling to him from the ground, which means there's a place underneath the ground called the abyss that he's in. So you will not prolong the king's life, his years, for many generations. A generation is pretty much a life of a group of people. So I don't see that as being true. He will be before our Creator and forever be appointed kindness and truths. Your kindness and truth. That's a statement. These two do hook together. And all these are a promise from our Creator. And I think they all need to be read. Like this. This should have been this color. He will be before our Creator and forever. Whoops. Be appointed your kindness and truths. I praise your name forever. There's not enough here for that. So now let me take a look at what I've got here. It's getting cleaner. I can't accept verses that aren't connecting to the rest of them unless they actually make a decent format. So that said, that because when I've got rid of those words, we don't know who he will be. There's no verse above this. Hear my cry, our Creator, and give heed to my prayer as I call out to you. Now that means he's requesting our Creator's help immediately. For you are my refuge, like a tower of mightiness against our enemy. These are just pieces, because this needs to be moved above. And when I do this, my Creator, you gave me life with those who are to fear you. Let me live by your tent, that I may take refuge in the shelter of your name. See, that reads a whole lot better than this, the way it read before, below it and above it. These are just nothing but pieces, not saying anything more than what I would find in another verse. All this is said many times in different Psalms. This is like words from David. But this has no extra text to go with it. Because this one's really too short. It has to be out. I have two small pieces here. I know this really sounds like David, or the way David would have his writers write it. And I'm just going to get rid of all of them. I mean, I'm not going to, they'll be here like this, but they're out. And I'm just going to put pieces out. I just can't save those. That's just not, I don't have enough to make a story. I know that they're two separate pieces. Yep, it's out. So much for 61.